If you feel you don't know who you are, what you want in life, or even what you like, then this video is for you. I struggled with this for a while when I moved out of my parents' home. I felt like I had no personality and felt like I was just existing. Being unsure of your identity is common for people who left an abuser or controlling family dynamic. You might think there's something wrong with you, that you are bad at life, or that you lack motivation and confidence. But this is not it. Like me, you may try to find yourself by taking endless personality tests, repeating affirmations, or endlessly thinking about who you are. But it often goes nowhere and may make you even more confused and depressed about not knowing who you are or what you want to be. But here is the truth. Feeling like you are lost or confused about who you are is very common for people who leave an abusive relationship or a toxic family dynamic, especially when your ideas, feelings, needs and dreams were criticized or dismissed. And that is because of how identity is formed and how abuse changes identity. Identity is not a fixed thing in your brain that your mind looks up. It is fluid and constructed in real time by using your past actions, beliefs and values. We form our beliefs based on what we think is true in the world and then base our actions on our beliefs. But in abusive relationships or controlling childhoods, the truth is often twisted to fit someone else's agenda. This alters our view of the world and our behaviors. When we leave that environment, that false truth is often exposed and our entire worldview can collapse, leaving us unsure of what is real and how the world works. It may also call into question our past decisions and actions, which shatters our vision of ourselves. Part of our identity is what we like and dislike, as well as our emotional responses to situations. But when our emotions and preferences were constantly invalidated or criticized, it is common to suppress them and adopt the emotional responses and preferences of your parents or partner. When those people are no longer around to force their preferences onto you, your own preferences and emotional responses start to come back. But now you may be confused about how to react, as it can be totally new experiences for you. You may start to cry or laugh where you were normally stoic. Or you may suddenly realize you hate something you previously claimed to have loved, which can cause great confusion for you. A major part of identity is our values, which are shortcuts the brain uses to make decisions and guide our actions. A value like never stealing may then add to your identity as, I'm an honest person. But abusers often enforce their values onto you or values that serve them. For instance, they may enforce a value that you can never say no to them, or that you are responsible for their emotional state. You may also believe that it is your duty to always help. But when you leave that environment, these values start to break down while nothing replaces them. And without values to guide your mind on how to decide easily, every decision starts to feel like a crisis that requires hours of thinking, which is what often happens when values are formed naturally. The brain spends enormous energy making decisions, and when it sees it repeatedly makes the same general decisions, it forms shortcuts to automatically decide the same way, and a value is formed. But when the values that were forced onto you disappear, your mind is left in a state of confusion about how to respond. It has no guidelines and needs to deeply analyze every decision, even what to have for dinner or what TV show to watch tonight. And when the brain is uncertain, the default safe action is to not make a decision at all. So how do you find your identity again, or form your identity if you were never allowed to do so in the first place? This is what works for most people and helped me immensely in building my identity. You find yourself by becoming a child again, by exploring the world, taking chances, testing things, and experiencing life. You form likes and dislikes by trying things and seeing how you feel. You form beliefs about the world by reading, watching documentaries, and asking questions. And you form values by taking action, seeing results, and then deciding if the outcome aligns with who you want to be. You can also temporarily adopt values by looking at or asking how peers or role models would act in a given situation. Now yes, this can feel scary, and it is not a weekend bootcamp fix. It is going to take time, but it can be so much fun. Start small. Go to your ice cream shop and order a small scoop of every flavor. See what you like. Watch a movie style you never watched before and see how you like it. Try new activities, like going for a resort scuba dive, asking if you can join someone for a day playing golf, or taking a painting class for a day. You can even ask if you can shadow someone for a day or weekend in their job for free to see if you would like to do what they do. And explore. Go to a different town. Shop once at a different mall or store. Go to a different park and see where adventure takes you. Know that it is normal if new experiences feel uncomfortable at first. Discomfort does not always mean something is wrong. Sometimes it means something is new. And also, you are allowed to change your mind as you learn more about yourself. It helps a lot if you journal your experiences and responses. Once you start to build the baseline, you can start to say, I am a person who likes chocolate and strawberry ice cream. I like to swim and love sci-fi movies and dislike horror films. Now pieces of your identity start to form and you begin to find clarity and direction. You can then start to envision what your life could look like by asking, what kind of life would I enjoy that can give me these things I like? For instance, if you love novelty, then a life where you travel a lot may be for you. But if you like consistency and familiarity, then a life where things change very little may be for you. And if you try out different jobs by shadowing them for a day or week, you can have a pretty good idea of what you would like to do in life. Discovering yourself can be immensely rewarding and fun, and you can create so many memories and experiences and make so many friends along the way. Another common thing that happens when people leave abusive relationships or toxic homes is that they struggle to budget and save money. If that resonates with you, watch this video next. Thank you for watching.